After a long time without make any videos to here, I'm back. Since my last video here in February, a lot of things happened in my life and I didn't post any video here anymore. But now I'm back and actually I recorded some footage from this time since then. And basically this video will be about it, like a recap about what I did since then. And to make it easy to you to follow, I will be narrating the video and talking about what I did. And since this video can be a little bit long, you can grab your cup of tea or coffee if you want. And by the way, my name is Charlene, I'm an illustrator and I have this channel and also I have a newsletter if you like to read. And sometimes I post some contents in other social media. Alright, let's go back to February this year when I traveled to Prague with some friends. And Prague is one of the cities that I really enjoyed visiting. In this time, it was my second time there, and we stayed for 2 nights and 2 days, so it was a really short trip. On the first night, we went to an Irish pub, and the next day we walked around the city and visited some of the main tourist spots, like the main square where there are these astronomical clock, and also the cathedral of the city. And after that we followed along the river and climbed up the hill where the metronome is. The view from up there is beautiful. There are another spots where you can see the view from the city. One of them are the clock tower in the main square, and another is in the castle, and the third one is in the hill where the funicular is. I went to these other spots in the first time I went to Prague, and yeah, they are beautiful also. But especially also in this day, it was really nice, the weather. Like it was cold, but it was sunny. Basically, it contributed a lot to make the city more magical than actually is. But yeah, I think Prague is one of my favorite cities to visit. On the way down, we crossed the other side of the river that cuts through the city, where there are some spots where you can sit and enjoy the view of the river with the city in the background. It's really nice to just sit there and spend some time enjoying the view. It's really nice. By then we were hungry, so we stopped at a restaurant to eat. And after that we continued our walk. We crossed the famous Charles Bridge. At that time it was actually okay to cross it. I say that because the last time I was in Prague, the bridge was packed with tourists, like almost impossible to walk through. And back then we even woke up one day at 5 a.m. just to walk across the bridge while it was nearly empty. And it was actually nice. Okay, we woke up like 5 a.m. It's kinda tough, but we could see the sunrise and we could enjoy the bridge because there are some statues alongside the bridge, so it was nice to walk and enjoy without be worried about a lot of people around you. On one side of the bridge there is a tower where you can climb up a certain point without having to pay. That was where I filmed this footage, and of course it was the sunset, so it made it more magical this time and this view, because here you can see the castle on the other side. So basically the city is like there's a river, one side of the river there are the main square, the astronomical clock and the cathedral, and the other side of the river there is the metronome hill and the castle and the funicular hill also. So these are kind of the main tourist spots there and the geographic for the city. By late afternoon, we went to a water pipe lounge. And here you can see how beautiful this cup and this kettle are, like, ah. And then we went to a bar where we could pour beer straight from the tap at the table. And finally, another Irish pub. I don't know, I just like Irish pubs more than other type of bars or clubs. Like, they are, for me, they are the main spot to go to enjoy with our friends, to listen music, or to, I don't know, to drink a beer, for example. And then finally, the last day at the city, we went back once more to the main square to see one more time. And then we took the bus back to Berlin. The way back to Berlin, like, if you go by bus from Prague to Berlin, small trip, like a short trip to go. So it's really nice because we cross actually a border, so you go to another country, so it's kind of short trip. We returned in the afternoon and it was winter, so the sunset was kind of earlier and you could see this beautiful sunset from the bus. A few days after you come back from Prague, Berlin turned white because of the snow. It snowed just enough for the whole city to be covered, and it was really magical for me. Like, I don't know, maybe because I came from a tropical country and there we can't see snow. Like, actually there is snow, but not like here. And because of it was snowing, I had no choice but to go out. That day it was really snowing, and this fresh snow is really beautiful for me. And Berlin basically stayed covered in white for almost a week, which is quite unbelievable for winters here, because usually the snow melts in a few days. So yeah, it was really nice that time. And of course, I went out more often while the snow was still around. Like, I went to this park the other day in the afternoon, and it was really nice to see people enjoying, kids playing. I don't know, for me it's kind of magical. And especially because I stayed at the park until the sunset, so the city lights turned on, so it added another layer of magic. And I don't know why, but actually I know, when I see the city lights with the snow, I remember this movie from the Narnia series called, I don't remember the name actually, but in the beginning of the movie there is the scene with the faun and a girl, and they are in the snow with a light turned on. And when I see the snow and the lights turn on, I remember the scene. In March, winter was almost over here, so the first flowers started to appear. And in this day we went for a walk in a part of Berlin, and we ended up in this area full of small garden plots, and they call it a Kleingarten, what means little garden. And so yeah, basically it's that concept. It's a little garden for people who live it in the city. So people buy these to have a garden or to have a place to grow veggies or flowers and to enjoy the time there. And also in March, we traveled to Latvia countryside. It wasn't our first time there because actually we have friends there and we go there to visit them. In this time, I discovered a period called Golden Age of Illustration. Long short story. They have 2 kids, and because of that, they have a lot of children's book. So I was looking at the books, and the illustrations were really beautiful, and they are in this kind of old style. So I was searching for the name of the illustrators that made the illustrations. And then I discovered this term, like the Golden Age of Illustration, and I searched a little bit about that, and basically it's a period when the children's book started to print it. And because of that, I wrote a series in my newsletter about this period. So if you like to read, you can go to my newsletter and read the whole series, where I talk about how this Golden Age started, what were the illustrators from that time, and all the information about that time. Also, if you want, I can make a video about this period and explain what it was and how the books were printed, what are the illustrators from this time. So yeah, if you want this video, just leave a comment so I can make this video to you.
Drošības kārtā atrodas sēdekļa kabatai. Tiksim izsmalcināti. Šefpavāra gatavot maltiņu.
But yeah, back to the video. I recorded some footages from April and May, but I needed to delete them because I needed to free up space on my phone in August. But I still have some photos from that time. And first we visited a concentration camp near Berlin in a city called Oranienburg. And then we went to Bernau, a town right next to Berlin, which still preserves some medieval structures like the city wall and few towers and other places that are from these medieval times. In May, I went to Poland to visit a friend and to the art department here in Berlin. It's an event actually. In this event, I attended some great talks. For example, I went to a talk made by Beatrice Blue, and she's so nice. She's a nice person. Also, I did a workshop with her. Actually, this is another idea for a video. I would like to do a video just about this event and talk about what I did and the tips that I got from this event also. Yeah, I'll do a video about that, I promise. I'm looking down because I have my iPad here where I wrote some of things that I would like to talk, so that's why I'm kind of just looking down. In July, I was a bit more socially active because also here was summer, and summer usually is full of social things for me. Like there's a lot of friends that have birthday parties in this time of the year, and yeah, it's really social. I even went to a beach here in this month. I mean Berlin Beach, which is basically a strip of sand on a lake. But it was really nice actually. Like, beaches are not really my cup of tea since I don't like sand, yeah. But it was nice, especially because we were with some friends. In August, I didn't record it that much. And the main reason is because part of my family were here. It was the first time for them to be traveling outside of their country. So I was really busy with showing Berlin to them, and also we went to Paris and it was my first time there. I loved the buildings. They are beautiful. And now talking about illustration, what I did since February, I did some things. One of them, I think the main one, was that I rebuilt my website. Basically, I did a rebrand. So I have a new logo, new palette of colors for the website, and also I redid my website. So now it's kind of more easier to me to update the website than it was before. Also, another thing, I have been really consistent in my newsletter. I usually post one newsletter per week. As I told you guys, I created a new series there, and now it is ended, but you can read the whole series called Golden Age of Illustration. I also have other posts more related to illustrations. Yeah, you can just go there and take a look on the newsletter. On other hand, I had some ups and downs about motivation. So because of that, I didn't make any new piece for my portfolio, and this is actually bad because I should illustrate new pieces for my portfolio. But also, like in other hand, I did some illustrations more for the newsletter's cover, and also I did some tests with traditional media. Like I painted some illustrations in mixed media with gouache and soft pastels. Also, recently I am doing a course, floral watercolor course. So probably you'll see in the next video that I recorded a little bit more about that. So yeah, I didn't create any new piece for my portfolio, but on the other side, I did some illustrations. And this is related to what I'm questioning recently, because basically I chose a path about being a children's book illustrator. And I don't know if probably I narrowed too much my opportunities as an illustrator. In the right moment, I am doubting and wondering and trying to figure it out if I should continue to be so narrow about this path, about just be a children's book illustrator, or if I could like open a little bit to work in other markets, like more editorial market, or do another types of illustrations. So yeah, right now I'm thinking about that, and I don't have any answers right now. So yeah, but yeah, what I can say is that I am back to YouTube, and I plan to be consistent here as I am being on the newsletter. And I'm trying to put less pressure on me, because when it's about doing content, like recording videos or doing newsletters, usually I put too much pressure on me in the way that it needs to be valuable. Like it has to be a really good content. And because of that, sometimes I just don't do the contents. Like it's frustrating, like to be in this position. Probably it's related to perfectionism and insecurity. But yeah, I had this decision about, okay, I don't need to be so precious about what I am recording and put online, and I am trying to be more flexible with me and put less pressure on me. So yeah, this was just a recap. The next video will be a vlog, and I hope you like these contents that I restarted to doing here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!